finally, after a long, long time, I'll be finally signing my divorce papers. And
so many things. I'm very grateful for my 3 dogs that are over there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody.
Hey guys, we here at the locker room. It's the Turnbuckle King. Toss Ring Scandal, aka KDH. We'll talk about the major breakups of 2024. We'll talk about the women in wrestling who became single in 2024. You guys get the lights up in the locker room. We are definitely about to air some dirty laundry on this one. Definitely all the single ladies now. We're talking about 4 particular breakups or marriage ending, whatever. We're talking about CJ Perry, formerly known as Lana. We're talking about Mercedes Moné. We are also talking about Nikki Bella, Nikki Garcia, and we're also talking about Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Let's first talk about CJ Perry and Miro. They first called up quits after a 7-year marriage. They were married back in 2016. This happened back in March of 2024. You guys know they met first at WWE, and they were later on in AEW as Rusev became Miro.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you had me. I appreciate you.
I end every conversation talking about gratitude. I start every day. I end every day. I say out loud 3 things I'm grateful for. What are 3 things in your life that you're grateful for right now?
Oh my gosh, so many things. I'm very grateful for my 3 dogs that are over there.
Oh my gosh, look at them.
You can't even see.
We've got Joy, Pickles, and who's the other one?
Charlie.
Oh my gosh.
Pickles is looking up right now, her head, and then the blonde is Charlie and Joy is the brown one. So definitely them. They bring me so much joy. I'm very thankful that I'm on this podcast with you right now. We're having this wonderful conversation and connecting. And I'm very thankful that I've returned to wrestling. And I'm going to be managing iconic talent and become the best wrestling manager ever.
I think that a lot of wrestling fans are glad that you're back.
Then here we have Mercedes Moné. Her and her husband, Sarath Ton, they has decided to end their marriage that started back in 2016. Turned out they were separated for 4 years. This was announced back in August of this year. But I know Mercedes Moné, she talked about it. She made an announcement on her YouTube channel about the divorce.
I mean, that's pretty much why I wanted to do this pilot too, because tomorrow, finally, after a long, long time, I'll be finally signing my divorce papers.
Okay.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
Happy. And for me, I'm just ready to be free. I'm ready to be free of not being afraid. And for so long, I've kept this secret because of how fast life has been going and so much that has been happening in wrestling and everything. And I just didn't want the outside world to judge or say anything, especially during the time when all of this was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I'm getting a divorce, and Sarath, my ex-husband now, we have such a great relationship, and he's such an amazing, incredible guy that I'm so thankful for. He's another person that changed and saved my life. But I'm excited to be free and to say that I'm finally getting a divorce. You know, I felt like when we were in New York, we had interviewers ask about him, and I was like, Kevin, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to get through it. And you're like, you did great. But I'm like, I can't keep hiding and talking about, yeah, Sarath still does my gear. And like, no, we've moved on. We've been separated for a long time. We got separated at the end of December of 2020. He finally moved out in January of 2021. I was shooting The Mandalorian, plus trying everything in my power to be the main event of WrestleMania. So of course I don't want all of this stuff to get out, because you don't know what Vince is gonna do, you don't know what he's gonna change, because Vince was very, I was in a storyline with Bianca, Carmella, and Carmella's, who does like the wine? What is it called when the guy shows you the wine?
Sommelier.
A sommelier.
Yeah.
And Vince was so obsessed with me and the sommelier that I'm like, oh my God, he wanted us to be together and all this stuff. So me and Sarath just decided we're gonna keep this, a secret. And then a year goes by, and then, I still don't want to say anything. And then here comes the walkout, like all this stuff happens. And then we were trying to get to divorce, and then our divorce lawyer just took so long, and now we're finally here. But my heart already just feels so much better being like, I'm free.
Right, next relationship we had about is Nikki Garcia, Nikki Bella, and Artem Chick Vinsteff. We know that Nikki Bella filed for divorce after 2 years in marriage in September after altercation of DV back in August. Now we know these two, this one's a little bit different. They have a child, which is Mateo, which I'll talk more about later. But you could tell that Nikki Bella was definitely too controlling. I taught many videos about this, but it shows right here that Nikki Bella never respected this man and just always wanted to control him no matter what, until she couldn't control him anymore. And that's probably when things started to take a definitely dive on this one.
Hair in his beard. And I just felt like, oh, you weren't going to say anything to me? And he's like, well, it's my hair, which he's so right. But he knows how much I love his long curly hair and his big thick beard. And I felt like it was something he should have discussed with me.
Absolutely not.
Why?
First of all, if I would shave, then maybe I'll have a chat. Like, hey, I'm thinking on shaving. What do you think? Because I never do. But what I have done, I've done it every year.
I know. Well,
There's
everyone
always been
knows
a day here
this,
when
Artem.
I know, like, I'm gonna
right.
trim my beard. I'm gonna go short with my hair just because it's almost 100 degrees outside, and unfortunately, it's not very pleasant with the hair that I'm having, because it's just like we have a say back at home. It's like a noodle factory got exploded, and it's just
what?
like a wild.
Okay. Well, your hair's gorgeous when it's grown out. I love it. It's very sexy and handsome.
Good thing you like it.
Well, I think.
What about I like?
But what I think
I'm wearing
what
it.
I think could be so fun for a show, since I'm going to be coming with a new hair color. I think since your hair's already this short, you might as well bleach it.
No.
You knew I was going to say blonde, huh?
Yeah.
Why?
Love bleached hair. Okay, couple things.
No,
about
I love
hair.
bleached hair and Artem, but you have to understand that's how I met Artem.
First of all, I like it too. I think it's a cool look. I think if you can pull it off, go with it. And, it's great. The upkeep of that, especially if you want to keep very short bleached hair, is horrendous, because you have to dye frequently. You have to use a specific shampoo so it doesn't go yellow. It's just crazy upkeep, and that short hair grows so fast, so there's always, you can see the roots. It's just a constant, like, what am I doing,
Right. I mean,
and if it would be that easy, just snap of the fingers, hey, it's bleach blonde, great, I'll do it every day. I'd be like, yeah, today's blonde, tomorrow brunette, great.
I mean, yeah.
But it doesn't work that way,
Right.
which is
Okay.
hey, who knows, maybe I'll do it.
He may do
maybe I'll
it.
surprise you.
So you better show up to the show.
So I told you guys that Nikki Bella, that woman's controlling and too bossy for me. But what makes this relationship so different and the worst breakup of them all, like I said before, it was DV involved and a child, which is Mateo, and he witnessed all this stuff going on, and they currently still going through stuff, but I know currently they have joint custody. Mateo is going to be having custody share between both parents. But let's get on to the last one. Now, this last relationship of Adam Cole and Britt Baker, DMD, this was not ended from a marriage. This was just a long-term relationship. However, these two were living together quite some time. They met each other on Bumble. It just things didn't work out. And Adam Cole recently moved back to Pennsylvania, and Britt Baker, however, stayed in Florida. But these two here, it was just a relationship from the get-go.
We did well. Because we're both wrestlers, but we actually met on Bumble, a dating app. I was in Hershey, Pennsylvania for a dental school conference, and he came on Bumble, but it just didn't look like him because he had his hair back and like normal clothes on. And anytime I've ever seen him in a wrestling ring, he's like soaking wet, his hair's dripping wet, he has no clothes on. Per wrestling, right? But and it said his name was Austin. So I'm like, this guy looks so familiar, but I don't know Austin. And then it finally clicked, and we started talking from there. And then it took us a while to go on a date. I was kind of hesitant because he's not the most likable character on TV, and it's kind of evil. But it was after New Japan, when he got home from New Japan, when he won the Ring of Honor title, I think for the third time. We went on a date, and it was ever since then. Now I live in Orlando with him.
Yeah, I could tell Adam Cole really liked Britt Baker, but unfortunately, she did not have the same feelings towards Adam like he did for her. He jumped over through hoops, did everything just to meet Britt Baker. And a woman really likes you, you don't have to really do all that. She'll make it be known that she has an interest in you. So hope men, and like Adam Cole as well, just wise up and don't have to do all that extra work. But that shows that how things are, even in the wrestling industry. And look at these 4 women. You got CJ Perry, Mercedes Moné, Nikki Bella, and Britt Baker, all single by the end of 2024. Now, this is only part 1. 2025, expect to see some more. And that's all I have regarding the women in wrestling and who became single in 2024. You guys get the likes up. Let me know what you think of the video. Soon to videos will pop up. You guys click the links below. You guys already know what it is at this point. It is OUT.